Time to please Allah, a chance to gain reward. I will spend on you, he says, on all who spend in good cause. Good deeds are opportunities, sparkling bright and true, raising you in the sight of Allah and adorning Al-Jannah for you. So rush to earn his reward. Don't forget the oppressed. And when you go to sleep at night.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Dear brothers and sisters, dear viewers of Huda, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your brother Gabriel Al-Romaani, and I am joined tonight by our brother
Al-Amir Smajlovic. Very hard to pronounce my name, isn't it?
Don't you say Smailovic?
Smilovic.
Smilovic, yeah.
Yeah, but because they anglicize my name, so they say Smajlovic.
Wait, so the English people say Smajlovic. Why do you just pronounce it? No problem.
I don't know, people get confused. If I say Smajlovic, then they start mispronouncing my name totally. If they write it down, you know. Smajlovic, at least they can actually write it down.
MashaAllah, okay, alhamdulillah. If you're just joining us for the first time, Time to Please Allah is a show for you by your brothers, just discussing normal topics, issues, things that Muslims have, they're on their minds, on their daily, schedule, things that concern them every day. And alhamdulillah, we're getting good feedback. Alhamdulillah, we ask you to please call the number that you see on the screen, and we want to hear from you, and that's why the whole show is about you, for you. You can participate, you call, alhamdulillah, and you can comment on our Facebook, Time to Please Allah, send us a message, send us an email, and so on. And last time I was not here, and Ismail was not here either. That was a funny show.
So you had replacements.
You guys said
I was one of the replacements.
How was it?
It was good.
I watched part of it, and
yeah, I was replacement B.
You're replacing me, okay. So how did you guys feel?
No, it was fine, alhamdulillah. We did well.
Okay, alhamdulillah.
I think we did well. I think the viewers can tell better.
No, it was good. It was good. And
topic was nice.
Topic was nice, alhamdulillah. And the guest was, mashallah,
also
amazing. And he has a program, I believe, specifically that deals with what he was talking about.
Yeah.
So mashallah. And it was cool because last time he came on our show, there was another guy with him who was a revert to Islam from Hinduism. And he was one of those guys who was like close to like their saints, one of their main saints. And he was very interesting how he became Muslim, a very amazing story. We said, one time he has to come on the show to share that, because these stories really inspire people, right?
Yeah, because when he came, we met him. That was the first time me and Asif, Brother Asif, met him. So we said, we'll take him out for dinner, which we did a couple of nights ago. We had a nice time, yeah.
Nice.
So we got to know about Dawah in India.
Alhamdulillah.
In Kolkata, by the way, which, I didn't expect Dawah to be there that much. I mean, you hear about Mumbai or Kerala or Hyderabad or even Punjab areas. But Kolkata was like, I didn't hear about it. When he said there's a lot of Muslims there, there's a lot of good things going on. There's some programs, and alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Okay, so tonight, we are speaking about something that is quite interesting, and inshallah our guest will be also very interesting. He has a few books that are on the subject, mashallah. We'll let him talk about his books, inshallah. And he did come on one of our previous shows. But we were speaking about how to make the most out of your life. How to take this dunya and basically use it to feel good in it, and at the same time towards the akhirah. How to prepare yourself and to move forward. At the same time, a lot of people think that you Muslims are kind of like monks, and you find a lot of people, especially non-Muslims, when they see, for example, a lady wearing hijab. We talked about hijab in the previous episode. That it's like, that's it. Your life is over. You put hijab on and you're praying 5 times a day, and that's it. You can never have fun. You can never relax. You can never enjoy your life. You'll never find love. All these misconceptions that people find. So a lot of Muslims, they take it to their mind. Of course, and we'll talk about the issue of zuhd and who and what and so on. But there has to be we have to understand it within a proper balance as to how, where does Islam say about this life, and how can you live it, and to what extent, and what are the limits, and so on. And we want you to please comment. We want you to to share our, to share in this program. There's a lot of depression out there amongst Muslims these days, right? A lot of misalignment. A lot of people are doing things that they're not fully into, right? There's a lot of issues, cultural aspects that are added to. A lot of Muslims are suffering in the world, right? And a lot of people are spectating and they're watching. They're like saying that, well, what is this life? I mean, you're just suffering. People feel sad for the Muslims, right? And you find a lot of so-called helpers coming in to like liberate the Muslims, right, from this so-called tyrannical, system and so on that they say, right? SubhanAllah.
Perfect example. Brunei announces that they will go with the Sharia law.
Right.
So what happens?
It's like the whole world goes
boycotts.
Boycotts, yeah.
Yeah. CNN, BBC, everyone, as if Brunei is going to become, I don't know, they're moving to another planet or something.
Yeah.
It's just like that. And why? Because they think that the Sharia is
It's barbaric. And that's, I think, a lot of times, the misconception. And we need to maybe we take a few minutes before we bring our guests to go back into how this whole, construction of the view of a Muslim life took place, because it is, it's been, it's the Sharia. When you hear the word Sharia right away, within the English speaking circles, with the Western circle, as soon as they hear the word Sharia, it has a negative connotation, right? It's something right away human rights beat in your mind, right away UN violations, this, that. It's always something negative, right? And the problem is that people don't know what the Sharia is, people don't understand. And at the same time, Muslims as well, as soon as they hear Sharia, even the Muslims themselves, they're like, no way, man, what is this? I'm going to walk around, getting my hand cut off or something, everywhere, I go. Right? So a lot of people have this misconception and they don't understand. And that's why they feel like pity on the Muslims. They feel like they should liberate the Muslims, or they should, bring the Muslims from darkness into the light of the modern world, the 21st century. Come on, leave this hijab. Come on, be happy,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
You should be happy, right? Be a happy Muslim, right?
Happy Muslim, right?
And we spoke about that video before. You should be happy, you should dance, you should get in line with everyone else, be a bit crazy, right? And that's why, now I just saw, actually, our brother Majid did a little show with Eddie from the Deen Show, about this whole subject, right? So I just saw the ad. I didn't watch. I wasn't able to watch, but I guess even the viewers can check on YouTube the Deen Show, and you can see Brother Majid and Brother Eddie going at it, talking about the happy, video, right?
Well, there's a lot of da'is coming out and mashallah writing great articles about it,
right?
And talking about so many aspects of it that are so.
And and on the same time, on the other hand, there's a lot of people are planning to have their own happy version.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people being quiet about it too, which is not good either. So
subhanAllah. So again, this life is we know very well it's temporary, right? And the Sharia, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the Sharia as Sharia is actually very much has in common the meaning with the Sharia, the road. So it's actually a path, a way. It's not people think that there's one aspect of Sharia that's called hudud that people make 100% to be the, that
is the Sharia they know, or they think they know.
Yeah, it's when it comes to crimes and punishment. But every system, every legislative, government, everyone has their punishments, right? So that's, so it's like people focus on that and forget. Islam is a way of life. It's a path. It's a way to trot. It's not a religion. It's a way of life. Worshipping Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, the Creator. It's not the man-made religion. Let me, correct that. It is, a beautiful. It's the most beautiful. It's the truth. We consider it. We full-heartedly believe that this is the truth. This is the haqq. This is the only way. I'll put it between, the only way to paradise.
It is the only way.
Yeah, this is the only way. There's no ifs, ands, and buts.
Like the Canadians, they say, no do to boot it.
No do to boot it.
No do to boot it. No doubt about it. So.
Okay. So and we love it. That's the point, with people, and that's what I find that strange, that people don't understand that those niqabis that they're trying to liberate, they're the ones who are fighting them, and they're saying, "What are you talking about? I don't need you."
So finally, someone says, "Oh, wait a second. They're speaking for themselves. They're not hiding behind these husbands with big beards,
right,
and these chauvinistic men." They're speaking for themselves. So somebody says, let's listen to them. So finally people are starting to pay attention a little bit, I guess.
Some people, I guess, yeah.
Some people, you would say. Because these women, these sisters are standing up for themselves.
And that's why, people need to understand, non-Muslims, Muslims themselves, so-called liberal Muslims who are away from, from Islam in terms of, they're basically a lot of times siding more with the non-Muslims and saying that, hey, we need to liberate. And we know very well in our country that we had the issue where they're going to establish the Sharia law in courts when it comes to family matters, right, at one point. And it was the Muslims who were fighting against it.
Yeah, and the non-Muslims, they said, okay, if you want to do that, go ahead.
And that's a beautiful thing, yeah.
No problem, because you know what? The Jew says we want our Jewish laws to regulate our marriages or our divorces.
Right.
According to the Torah, right? And the Muslims said the same thing, and the Sikhs said the same thing, and they all agreed when it comes to marriage and divorce and certain family inheritance laws. Yeah. And Canadians said, no problem, if you want to do it, we'll do it for you. Who stood up?
The Muslims.
Iraqis, Muslim ladies and Lebanese, Iranians, from everywhere. And they said, we escaped the Sharia law. And I'm like, you escaped Sharia law?
It's like escaping a monster.
What?
Right?
No, but what Sharia law, brother?
They have no.
They lived under communism rules. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In most of those countries, like Iraq back in the day, I mean, it was ruled by, communist rulers.
Right.
I mean, there was not religion, had nothing to do with it.
Right.
And even Turkey, for example, they say, we escaped Turkey. Turkey's so bad. Meanwhile, Turkey is, at that time, it was totally different. So I mean, it's just. Hypocrisy, that's what I call it.
That's weird, yeah. So it's like they're escaping some kind of, boogeyman or something, green monster coming up, we're escaping the Sharia or something. And subhanAllah, people don't understand. That's why it's from ignorance. Both the Muslims and non-Muslims. And Islam is so vast and so amazing. And that's why you find that these people that are, coming to liberate, the people who are supposed to be liberated, they're saying, wait a second, we love Islam, we love the Sharia,
we feel we are already liberated.
Yeah, we are liberated. And that's what those ladies are saying, we are liberated. What are you talking about? This piece of cloth that's covering my face is liberating me. You are judging me for what I'm saying, what's in my brain, not what is, my size or, how much makeup I put on. Right, so people need to understand. The people need to spectate, to watch, to analyze, and to see. Wait a second. Let's hear what they have to say. Not always what the propaganda is putting and shoving down their throats. And going back to the topic, but this life, Islam regulates the way we live our life. It teaches us the limits to to how much extent can we enjoy life, when that enjoyment has to turn sometimes into sadness. It's not just all about, YOLO, type of philosophy that you have today. You only live once, make the best out of your life, right? Just do whatever happens. You're your own person. You are endeavored with these abilities to tell you what's right and wrong. You know what's right and wrong, what's wrong for you. That's a beautiful thing that they say, beautiful actually, I would say horrible. But they say, it's so funny. They say, what's right for me might be not right for you, but it's okay, it's fine, what's wrong for me might not be wrong for you. It's okay, everyone has their own, to each their own, right? They say. So people need to understand that if we are Muslim, doesn't mean that we are, as I said, monks, and that khalas, your life is over. If someone, for example, a lot of people are you find them that they send you a message like, brother, I'm thinking of converting to Islam, or I'm thinking of practicing Islam, or coming back to Islam, but I don't know, I can't, I still like to be with my friends or something, or I like to, to enjoy this or enjoy that, So I'm like, wait a second, it's not like Islam is going to tell you that you can enjoy or be with friends. Islam is going to regulate what you enjoy and how you enjoy, and which friend or what friend you're going to be with. But it's not like, you're not going to have friends, or you're not going to enjoy yourself, or you're not going to, have any kind of lifestyle or anything like that. That's the big mistake a lot of people are doing.
And we always mention, a few brothers, throughout my experience, would come and tell us, but you guys, you don't have fun.
Right.
What are you guys doing? Praying all day?
Right.
I mean, we just go for regular prayers.
Right.
We're not doing extra nawafil or, but, we go play sports, we go fishing, we do things, and they're like, oh, why you do that? I don't believe that,
You guys go fishing?
Yeah, wow.
You guys go scuba diving? You guys go horse riding?
Yeah.
You guys jump, from bungee jumping or parachutes, or go to roller coasters, do all this, crazy stuff? I mean, we did some pretty crazy, funny things, So it's like, and you find that the people they're looking at, they're shocked, like you went on the fastest roller coaster or the highest roller coaster in the world. like 6 times in a row or something like that, you know.
Yeah, or whitewater rafting. Oh, we do that.
Cool stuff, you know. And that's a problem, that the way we look at what is enjoyable today, that is the problem, right? Because now you say, okay, horse riding, water, or scuba diving, all these things. People are looking at it like, oh man, you know. Okay, it's like extreme, it's fun, but you know, we want.
But they're like, you don't go clubbing.
Yeah, there's no alcohol, there's no girls, there's no clubbing, and I'm like, why do you need that to have fun? Right? No. It's not like you need that.
Actually, when I talked to my non-Muslim colleagues back in the day, there was the one thing that always popped up, and they always asked me, "What do you do for fun?" So I said, "You know what? We get together, we do things on weekend, and we get together, watch a football game, or do something like that, right? Or play, or something like that. We go out, have barbecue in the park and stuff like that." He said, "What about booze? What about alcohol?"
Booze.
What do you do with that? I'm like, no. How can you relax? I'm like, how do you relax? So he tells me, he says, the only way I relax is when I have a sip of beer or a glass of wine, and I relax, and then I can let it out, Then I can basically have fun with my friends. Otherwise, I'm too stiff. I'm like, what? I said, you need to do that to go to another level, basically to just have. And he's like, yeah, I have to. I'm like, no, we don't. He says, you know what he said to me? Subhanallah. He said to me, that's a good thing you guys do. He said, I wish I could relax without the booze.
Yeah, that's sad, actually. I feel sad for people like that. So alhamdulillah, inshallah, we invite people to try the Islam fun way, and I'm sure, I know we had a lot of fun, alhamdulillah, together and back home.
We still plan to do more things.
I'm planning to do. So there's always something happening, alhamdulillah.
Halal things.
Halal fun, extreme sports, whatever. Anyway, we need to take a break right now, and we'll bring our guest, inshallah. Inshallah, guarantee you a good show, an exciting show. Make sure you give us a call. The number's on the screen. We want to hear from you. Inshallah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Assalamu alaikum.
Time to please Allah, a chance to gain reward. I will spend on you, he says.
يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا حي يا قيوم لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا وأصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا وأصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر
We try to recap what we do here at Huda TV for the past week, and we try to share with you some of the latest news that is happening behind the scenes here at the station.
Living Islam would love a cooking show to be aired for Arabic dishes. Also more programs for children regarding manners.
We want to go ahead and take a look at our YouTube page right now and see how it looks as it stands. Well, I'm on the screen right now, but I'm not on TV. I'm actually through YouTube, as you can see right there. It's the same exact thing that you see on TV here live. It's exactly the same thing that is on our YouTube page through our live streaming. A great way to stay in touch with us.
My first time to call Huda TV, but I like it too much.
Because there is no program in Huda TV that it is not important for our Muslims, inshallah.
Time to please Allah, a chance to gain reward. I will spend on you, he says.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are back without a guest. I told you we're going to have a guest.
I'm a guest.
But I said inshallah, inshallah. So Ismail, this is the amazing thing, right? When saying inshallah, and even though a lot of people when they meet the Muslims and they live with the Muslims, they say they use the inshallah for like,
especially when they try to be sarcastic. If they live here, like among Muslims, they say bukra inshallah.
Inshallah, bukra inshallah. Anyway, I said inshallah, but I guess he's not here yet. He's caught up in finding the place. So alhamdulillah.
He will join us in.
I hope inshallah.
But I mean, in the middle of anyway, it's okay.
Alhamdulillah. So let's continue. Again, this is a good opportunity for us to hear more from the viewers, to call us and to share your experience about life and how do you enjoy your life, how do you stay within the halal boundaries, how do you make the best out of this dunya, at the same time, of course, you're preparing for your akhirah. And while you're, I hope you're calling, inshallah, I want to, we talked about having fun and it seems a lot of times as we were talking about alcohol, right? People bring in alcohol. It seems a lot of times people say, even within the Muslims, they think that everything is haram.
Exactly.
We can't do it. Everything is haram. Everything. We have this like haram mentality that everything is haram. And I remember one of the sheikhs was saying that he's like, it's because you're always asking about haram things. It's like most of the time that people ask questions to the scholars or this halal, they're asking about things that are haram. So they ask, let's kind of come with the 10 things that Muslims usually ask at a lecture or a scholar. It's like every day, right? So number one is listening to music, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, listening to music. Having a non-Muslim friends. Okay. Having a boyfriend, girlfriend, right? Covering, like wearing jeans or like, hijab or not hijab, or is hijab mandatory, is not hijab mandatory. The beard, right? Can we grow a beard? Should we grow a beard? Can we shave? Going to the movies with your non-Muslim friends and girls and boys in the same group, right? That's one thing. What else is there? I'm trying to come up with 10. If anyone can help us with the 10 most, things. What else they have? Oh yeah, working. Working for a woman to working in a non-Muslim environment with non-mahram and so on. What is it? Traveling for a woman by herself. If
you go with your non-Muslim colleagues to eat and drinking alcohol,
sitting at a table where there's alcohol. I mean, a lot of eating halal meat. Right?
Oh yeah, that's always a big one.
Halal meat one. So it's like always they're asking like this. It's like the same questions, right? So when the scholars give opinion, there's a difference in some things, right? People are like, okay, oh man, everything is, we can't do anything.
But then again, some of the Muslims go to that extreme. So for example, if something is made halal, like there's halal beer,
right?
Okay, but because it's ingrained in people's heads that the beer is haram, because it has alcohol.
Yeah.
What about the non-alcoholic beer? It's fine. But then one of the brothers, I remember in Chicago, when we came in, and we said we're going to drink non-alcoholic beer. We brought it, to the dinner table, right? They were putting it, and he stood up and he said, "I'm going to beat all of you guys up because you guys brought beer in." And we're telling him it's not.
Laziza.
Yes, Laziza.
Okay.
It's not beer. He says, "Don't even mention that word in front of me," because I guess back in his jahiliyyah he had bad experience, especially countries me and you come from. They're known to be.
They drink their salaries.
Drinking like water.
They drink their salaries in the first day.
Yeah, subhanallah. Oh my God.
Let's not start about that topic.
Yeah. Anyway, but that's still going on, unfortunately, in my country at least. It's so sad. I mean, in a lot of Western countries, they have certain protocols. You don't drink in the morning, for example, right?
Right.
But back home, where you just walk in, like when I come to my village.
No problem.
11 o'clock in the morning, man. People are drunk. Not they're drinking, they're drunk already.
They're drunk or they've been working on it.
So they get drunk twice a day, in the morning and the afternoon. Or in the evening, anyway.
Yeah, so, that's, those 10 things that people always ask about. Or more, I mean, they might be more, take a few or add a few. But
not only that they ask, it's like, if they don't find the fatwa that they want to hear, what do they do?
And go ask again.
Someone else. Call it fatwa shopping.
Till they find the right answer. But it's not like they ever ask about is swimming halal or haram, or is horse riding haram, or is like
Oh, smoking is another thing.
oh, smoking, yes.
But you know what? Like I said, even in the khutbah the other day, it was very clear, especially since I work in healthcare. And 20, 30 years ago, like we said, you could find somebody that says smoking is makruh, which is disliked, right? Nowadays, you will not find anyone who said it's makruh. All of them will say it's haram because so many evidence.
You might still find someone.
You might?
Yeah. You do, actually. Let me say.
Okay.
But anyway, but yeah, what you're saying is that, it's not like people are asking about, and subhanAllah, to look at it, people have really restricted themselves to having fun when it comes to these things. We're not really outgoing people anymore, going in nature and getting out, right? A lot of people are now seeking fun in a cup of, in a bottle or in a glass, right? Their fun is there, right? Their fun is there, taking a cab, going to the party, coming back, drinking more, do this. So it's like, it's a not very healthy lifestyle, right? It's not a very healthy lifestyle that people are taking, right? And the Muslims are following that now. Slowly, you find that we are becoming obese. We are, really becoming unhealthy. Alcoholism is very popular now. You go to some countries, it's fun. The clubs are full of Muslims. If you ask them, we have people are openly saying, people might ask, how do you know? You have been? It's the people openly saying, I'm going to the club and there's Muslims there. Right? Like people are telling me, like a lot of my colleagues, they're saying, all the Muslims are there. It's all Muslims. It's all Ahmed, Muhammad, Fatima in the club. And you're like, subhanAllah. So, and it's like, they're having fun. Come on, man. It's like, this is the life. Enjoy it. Relax. Why are you so strict? You're wasting your life. And the weirdest thing is that shaitan will come to people and they'll be like, yeah, maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm wasting my life. Maybe I'm too young, like I can make tawbah later on. I can go for Hajj. It's okay. I was talking to a few of my students actually, and they said, the issue of alcohol was brought up. And they asked a lot of questions. Like the last time they asked, like, is it, can you say cheers when you're like, right, when you're like bang classes? And, or toast or something like that. And then the last time they were asking me about, teacher, like about alcohol, right? And they're like, just wanna, like, it's like, have you ever done it to me, right? I said, yeah, very little when I was a non-Muslim, So they said, we just want to try it once.
Oh, subhanAllah, man.
Just want to see how it feels, And I said, listen, man. I said, every alcoholic person that you ask, if you ask him, what is the day that he regrets the most in his life? He will say that first sip or the first glass I took, And I told him, like, I give him a long lecture. I kind of just stopped teaching him. I was like giving him some I said, listen, we wish we would have not done some of the things that we've done in the past. That are still hunting us sometimes till today.
Yes.
So why would you put yourself in that situation when you have been protected by your parents, by your religion? You grew up in a Muslim family. You grew up in a protected environment. Why would you even adventure yourself into that? And they're like, So they're listening, but I feel like people are just burning to try the haram, and while we are like burning from trying it before.
I met one of the non-Muslims back in Canada, and we're talking, and he was a colleague, and he keeps getting his phone calls from different girls, and he's returning their calls, and he's going to see them. And I said to him, what are you doing for them? I'm asking. He said, I have many girlfriends.
He's a player.
He's a player. So he's doing this and that. I'm like, you don't have a girlfriend, steady girlfriend, because you have many non-Muslims have steady girlfriends. Most of them do actually, but anyway. And he's like, no, I'm doing this, and I just can't settle on one. I said, really? I said, why? Then he asked me, he said, what about you? I said, I'm married. I said, when I got married, I was a virgin. My wife was a virgin. And I said, that's it for me. So,
we have a call from Muhammad from Ras Al Khaimah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing, guys?
Alhamdulillah.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yes, Muhammad, go ahead. Alaikum assalam.
I'm so pleased to be talking to you guys right now. I'm really.
Alhamdulillah.
We can't hear you, Muhammad. Can you be a little louder?
Yeah, I can get you guys. I can get you guys quite well.
Okay. You want to ask a question, Muhammad?
Not really a question, kind of a comment.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Can you turn the TV down and then ask us a question?
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Thank you. I think he was saying that he likes the show. Thank you, Muhammad.
Okay.
Okay, type. So we're gonna go for a break.
Let me just quickly finish.
Yeah.
30 seconds. So anyway, he was telling me this, and I said, I'm married to one, and that's it for me, and alhamdulillah, I'm happy. He said, you know what he said to me? I'm jealous of you. I said, why? He said, I wish I could settle with one, and one that is for me, and I'm for her, and she's happy, and I'm happy. He said, I can't. He said, I've been doing this, he said, with 30, 40, 50 different. He said, I can't do it. He told me straight up like this.
So he was jealous.
He says to me, he said, keep what you have and go with it. He said, don't look back. Don't even think about what I'm doing. He said, I'm unhappy. It's just for the moment. Anyway, we can go for a break now.
We'll go for a break, inshallah, and then we'll bring, inshallah, hopefully our guest, inshallah, hopefully he arrived. So be with us in a minute and call us, inshallah.
Time to please Allah, a chance to gain reward. I will spend on you, he says.
We can't just take knowledge and keep it as information. We have to transfer it into action. When he got up, he said one thing. Asalla nas? Did the people pray? In Hajj, for example, the primary example of how multiculturalism really looks like. All equal. I've got a dentist in Canada. Even though he's ripping holes in my teeth, he's got great akhlaq. I love visiting him. Identify the issue. Analyze it. Challenge it. And then try again. Because if you fail, big deal. Try again and keep trying.
If I think I lost my ablution, but I'm not sure, do I have to make wudu again? Is it allowed for Muslims to visit the graveyard, or is that shirk? Am I allowed to say Jummah Mubarak to someone? Can I get to know a sister before marriage? I have so many questions, and I feel that I've just reached a dead end. If only I could find someone trustworthy to answer my questions. Someone who speaks based on proof from the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet.
Time to please Allah, a chance to gain reward. I will spend on you, he says.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Welcome back. Alhamdulillah, we were able to find our guest, or he found us. Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair for coming. Assalamu alaikum.
وإياك. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
So we hope that, inshallah, you...
we use our time in the best possible
Yes, inshallah.
way.
So let's
Inshallah.
just cut the chase. Just if you can introduce yourself again to the audience, some of people that might not have heard of you.
Alhamdulillah. Basically, I was associated with Dr. Zakir Naik on Peace TV. You must have seen my programs on Peace TV. And I was a trainer and faculty in public speaking for Islam. We call it Dawah training program. And past 10 years, alhamdulillah, I have been one of the main faculty in training the participants in Dawah training program. And I used to hold open question answer sessions in the absence of Dr. Zakir Naik. And most of the time, for past 3-4 years, I used to hold it on a regular basis. These days, I'm busy writing books and holding workshops for the, alhamdulillah, for the Muslim brothers across the globe. And just now I returned from Malaysia Islamic University. Inshallah, hope to be in Dubai for a long time now and work with you, inshallah, benefit you. And I pray Allah Almighty that may my stay here be beneficial for the people here and may they be beneficial for me.
MashaAllah. So, brother, we were talking about making the best out of this life, out of your time, your time in this dunya. At the same time, prepare for the akhirah. We talked a bit about how a Muslim can actually enjoy this life as well, not forget about it, to actually, have, because people think that, Muslims, as soon as a practicing Muslim, takes his deen seriously, that's it, he has no life.
Yes, it appears like, some people make Islam as a monastic religion.
That's exactly what we're saying.
Which is not a correct statement. You see, for a Muslim, he has to have multiple tasking. They say in the corporate world, right. multitasking. When we see it is already given, I as a father, I as a son, I as a husband, I as a neighbor, it is all multitasking. I am worshipping my Allah Almighty and I am fulfilling hukukul ibad. That is multitasking. I have to earn halal, I have to be with my family, and I have to look up at akhirah also. So this is how we get the best out of life. If you know your maqsad, if you know your mission, that is Jannatul Firdaus. Nothing beyond that, nothing within that. You must strive for Jannatul Firdaus. So this life is short life, and they say, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, average age 60-63 years, that's all. 1/3, 8 hours if you sleep, 1/3 is already subtracted. So you have 40 years. Then you have few years of childhood. Subtract that also. Yeah, from the remaining that you have to find out Laylatul Qadr, you have to pray in Salah. So you sum up all the reward that you get it. This is one of the ways of utilizing your best. And Sawab-e-Jariyah, like Imam Bukhari. Inshallah, Imam Bukhari, she can tell more. 18 years and till now he is earning Sawab-e-Jariyah, alhamdulillah.
Yes, sadaqah.
That's called a real productivity.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I always said, one of the things, how do you can do so many good deeds, subhanAllah, you can do so many good things while you're alive, but how do you benefit when you die? For example, I know some people back home, what they've done is, they've donated water to people, created wells, right? Or, nowadays, I even ask some brothers who are not Islamic scholars, they're not scholars, they cannot write books, like yourself, mashallah, but they can translate books, because they have a command of Arabic. So I've asked them, because I can't do it, I'm not that good. So I said to them, translate the book, whatever book you translate into language you speak, subhanAllah, this sadaqah jariyah for you, because whoever reads that book, you get some measure too. And that's the best thing you can do, have continuous charity.
I agree with you, because dawah is becoming a big industry now. Lots of opportunity. Media, you can run somebody's websites, Islamic websites, you can promote qirat, you can distribute books. If you are rich, you don't do anything, you don't have time. Pay somebody and ask the people to do the job. So there are many opportunities now coming up. Full-time dawah, part-time dawah, passionate dawah. So alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided ample of opportunities today to earn maximum reward and use your time in the best way. And I rightly agree, there are many masterpieces which are still to be translated in English, in Urdu, masterpieces. Like Fathul Bari,
Fathul Bari,
masterpiece. So we need people who can do the job.
Inshallah.
And I even know, subhanAllah, some brothers, they just 30,000 dirhams, not much. They built a masjid in Africa, in some parts of Pakistan. Can you imagine building a masjid for 30,000 dirhams?
30,000.
I tell you one thing, money should never be an obstacle for not doing a good job.
I'm just saying there's so many options that people have.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yes.
Because without money, people have done, alhamdulillah.
They can do without money too.
Allah
Yes.
makes it. Because the people who come out with ideas and projects, they're not rich. They're rich with ideas. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala look at their intention and He makes provision for somebody to come and say, here is the money, you go ahead with your project. There are many projects we have seen in our times coming up with people with ordinary capacity but the passion. Yeah.
So I want to comment on this. I mean, how, because people always talk about being happy, enjoying their lives. How can a Muslim find enjoyment in doing these works, like working for the sake of Allah? Like, people are saying, what's your hobby? What do you do in your spare time, right? People think that spare time should be just like, I'm going here, I'm going with my friends to the cinema, whatever it is, right? So how can they find this pleasure in actually doing that, working for the sake of Allah? But before you answer, I have to take a phone call.
Okay,
yes.
There's a call.
Assalamu alaikum.
Your friend.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Yes, brother.
Akhi, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Please, I want from you or one of you to be friends. I want to speak English with anyone from you. I want to be friends. Yes, you too. I want to book my speak English. Can I do this?
You speak Arabic, brother?
Yes, I want to speak English.
Okay, I'm not understanding. Can you repeat again? If not, you can say in Arabic. No problem.
This my brother have you. Can you send me Facebook, your Facebook?
Okay, no problem. Yes. Inshallah, if you search on Facebook, you'll find our site.
Please, yes, your Facebook, your title, send to me, and I will connect it with you.
Inshallah. Okay, I think the brothers on the phone can give you. Okay, brother. A time to please Allah.
I'm in Masjid. I am Imam in Masjid.
Say again.
I'm Imam in Masjid.
MashaAllah.
Imam in Masjid.
MashaAllah.
Yes.
Which country? We lost the phone. He was it. Oh, subhanallah. I was trying to tell him the name of the site. I don't know how can we send him the.
They can read it.
If you're watching, brother. Sorry, the Imam of the Masjid. If you're watching, please look up on Facebook a time to please Allah. A time to be just like the name of the show.
Yeah, in the search box.
Yeah, in the search box, it's written on the screen, and also you can search my name, Gabriel Al-Romaani. So just look on the screen. So I hope you understand what we're saying. But if you don't يعني بس ابحث اسمي يعني في الموقع يعني الإلكتروني الفيسبوك الروماني جبريل الروماني GABRIEL. It's on the screen. موجودة يعني في الشاشة. لو أخ ما يفهم يعني ممكن الإنجليزي يعني بس إن شاء الله بس ابحث الاسم يعني في الجوجل في أي شيء يعني في أي شيء يعني إن شاء الله. جزاك الله خير. So we'll continue inshallah.
Yes. Basically, when we talk about entertainment, people assume movies, Hollywood, Bollywood, you see malls, lavish spending. For them, this is entertainment. As far as Islam goes, entertainment is not haram. But what entertainment you are getting yourself?
The genre, the kind.
Yes. And meeting people is also, it's good entertainment. Why not? Television only 50, 60 years back. Before that, you mean to say people did not live properly? Of course. In our days, when I was a schoolboy, television was not yet introduced. We used to go to uncle's house and aunt's house. We used to meet our cousins, have a nice time. We used to play. Today, our children's childhood has been robbed.
That's true.
They grow up only before this camera. They grow up before the screen. Babysitting of a new type has been coming up now.
That is true.
New babysitting.
Yeah.
And actors, violent actors.
We're all guilty of that to some extent.
Violent actors and obscene actresses. They are giving entertainment to our children. And people are looking for Islamic solution. The solution is that go back to your roots, go and meet your relatives. It's a real fun in meeting people. Instead of meeting artificial characters like Superman and Batman, they never exist. You look at them and then you enjoy. That's
And
all.
as you said, it's not, obviously everything, but I mean, like shows like this with Peace TV, right? You'll find a lot of benefit from, right?
Of course. And you can take out your family to beaches.
Yeah.
Especially this show, right?
Alhamdulillah.
That is,
Self-promo, baby.
and yeah, you're saying about beaches, right? Now people might get like, whoa, wait a second, where are we? Beach? But I took my kids to a beach, subhanAllah, last week. There was no one, we went to, there's some places where you can go and really enjoy yourself, with your
Very
family.
good. In Mumbai, most of the people are glued to television on Saturday evenings. I used to go to the beach, and even today, I see a majority of the people Muslims because they don't have televisions in their homes.
Right.
So they take their family to beach, they spread a carpet and they sit on the beach, eat every good thing over there. The children are playing in the sand. They're enjoying naturally. Women in niqab. You see, it's absolutely looks like an Islamic country. On the Juhu beaches on Saturday evenings. MashaAllah.
All the non-Muslims are watching Bollywood.
They're sitting at home and watching television, entertainment. We can have a complete episode on dangers of entertainment. Inshallah.
Yes.
In coming episode, we would love to discuss on that also.
So how can Muslims then find the love or the enjoyment within the da'wah, within working for the sake of Allah? Like we're like, I don't need to go to a party, I don't need to watch entertainment. I can just like really feel myself that I need this, I'm having fun.
It's good, Sheikh. What happens, that a Muslim, for example, entertainment is something which you enjoy. If I'm talking to you, we are going on a long drive, we are talking, I enjoy, that's entertainment. Entertainment is something that gives you joy. So if somebody is fond of reading books, so that is entertainment. In vacations, few years back when television was not there, my entertainment was reading good books. Now, alhamdulillah, books are there. It's a source of entertainment. Somebody is interested in making, Islamic designs. Somebody is interested in preparing lecture or give talks. You understand?
And it's enjoy. I mean, even making the show is a lot of excitement. Like I'm really excited before coming to the show.
I was so excited, I was thinking of having my marathon to reach here in time.
That's like the highlight of my week when I'm like, okay, Thursday. It's like people like some of my colleagues like you have to go after work. I'm like, no, I love it. I come from.
But we also have a highlight after work.
Yeah, we play football. Yeah,
football.
Right. We play football every.
Football.
So you're invited to come for some, football.
And it builds your stamina. You see, certain entertainment that benefits you.
Right.
That benefits you. It's good. But people they play football on mobile now.
Instead of playing.
So what is entertainment? Where is it benefiting you?
Right.
Somebody else is kicking. Even on the screen when you see football matches, somebody else is performing and he's getting healthier and wealthier. And you are just enjoying Pepsis and burgers and.
But sometimes if you play those games with people in the room, it's different than playing alone and stuff like that.
I can feel that you have some game background.
Yeah, of course. I play with my kids.
Society.
Yeah.
I play Scrabble with my children. Scrabbles.
Oh yeah, of course.
I love it. Intelligent game.
Nice.
But you see, subhanAllah, like for my kids, for example, the whole week there is no screen time. We have a TV, but we have no channels. We have a TV, but we have like a Xbox or something like that. And then they play on the weekends only. Thursday and Friday. Thursday afternoon and Friday, a limited time too. And this is something they look forward to, they enjoy, and they play among each other. They don't play the computer itself.
We have a phone call. Sorry to interrupt you. We're trying to take as many. We have Noura from Nigeria.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you?
Fine. I'm okay.
Alhamdulillah.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
So, yes, I hear you. Wa alaikum assalam.
Brother, turn the TV.
Fine.
Can you turn the TV down because there's a slight delay?
So, yes, my question is that how many ways? Yes, my question. My question is that.
Wait. Go ahead. Tell us.
So how many ways a person can please a God in a day? Please an Allah in a day.
How many?
Ways. Maybe how many times? Is there any?
How many names of Allah is he talking about?
Say again, how many names of Allah?
How many ways?
How many ways?
That man can please a God in a day.
How many ways can a man please a God in a day?
Oh, okay.
Is that the question you're asking? How many ways you can please a God in a day?
A day.
Okay, because probably you're getting it from a time to please Allah, right?
Yeah.
Is maybe related to the title of the... Actually, subhanAllah, you can please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every second of your life. How? Simple. Your niyyah, your intention. So when you drink water, you're doing it for the sake of Allah. Bismillah. When you sleep, even when you sleep, you go with the intention of sleeping for the sake of Allah, that you want to power yourself to be able to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Till the point that the Prophet ﷺ said that when you sleep with your wife, okay, and you were talking here about intimacy, that you are getting ajr, you're pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the right intention, you make a dua, and the Sahabas were shocked. They were like, how come ya Rasulullah? And he said, wouldn't it be a sin if you were to do it out of marriage, like haram? Wouldn't it be haram? They said, yes, of course. So of course, if you do it in halal, this is something that is it's pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's something.
And another thing always we say, the best ibadah or the best worship is what is the best at that time.
Yes.
In the day. So the time of salah, that's the best time to do that.
Thing, yes.
So if you have something else, going to work is also ibadah because you're providing for your family.
But the thing is, you have to have them intention.
Of course, of course.
And if we go back to the question that how many times there is a Quranic dhalik al-fazlullah.
Subhan.
It is the fazl of Allah. Means if somebody gets a hidayah to please Allah, it is the fazl of Allah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Ibrahim that you cannot count the bounties of Allah.
Subhan.
So how many times you can't count? But how many opportunities, instead of counting the opportunities, grab the opportunities.
Grab it.
And gain as much pleasure of Allah as you want.
SubhanAllah.
The brother was telling something interesting.
No, I was saying about the games. If you're playing with your kids or with people, a couple of games here and there, you get the enjoyment because you're not directly interacting alone. There is, when you're not doing this, no communication. Because you know what, you're playing like a soccer game, soccer match, and you're trying to tell them, you know what, I'm going to make this move, I'm going to score on you. And the kid's like, no, you're not. I'm going to do this move so I can defend it. So that kind of becomes something. But anyway, I understand your point, though, that going to the extreme in this is not good. So that's why we have the limit. But then again, subhanAllah, you're very correct about reading. And the kids, our kids, they love to read. And I think this is the best thing we can do for our kids. If they love reading, ya akhi,
you see, corruption, like last time we spoke, corruption comes through books and guidance also comes through books.
SubhanAllah.
Yes.
Harry Potters and other things we spoke last time.
Right.
People get corrupted. So books should be there, good books at home.
Yes, exactly.
Good books should be there. And secondly, about entertainment and joy, companionship, the wife is the best.
Right.
When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam, He did not give him a video game or football matches. What did He give? He gave him a wife. So wherever they were staying, the husband and the wife were together. So talking and everything, enjoying their lives, alhamdulillah. So the spouse, togetherness with a spouse is one of the best form of refreshing yourself.
But not only that, we're not going to be asked about our time with our wives, isn't it? One of the things in Yawm al-Qiyamah that you're not going to be asked about is the time you spend with your wife. But the time you spend alone or with other people, you'll be asked about it.
Many people, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Rum, لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا, so that you may find solace in her. So comfort, refreshing is there with the wife. People look in malls, in gyms, swimming pools, I'm getting fresh. This is not the way to get fresh. This is for fitness. For getting fresh, you go to your wife, you talk to your family, share your things, what happened whole day. There are families in Mumbai. I tell you, there is a society in Mumbai, the Momin colony in Mumbai. 1,500 apartments.
It's called the Mu'min colony?
Momin colony.
Mu'min colony.
Very famous. 1,500 apartments. Not a single television.
Allah.
Yes. All hijab, all beard in Mumbai, 1,500
in one
together.
place, living together. It's like a community area.
It's a Muslim,
compound.
Muslim area.
MashaAllah.
And the only condition, if you want to buy a house, you should not have a television, hijab, trousers above the ankle, all faraid
Mashallah.
has to be followed. And you see, you don't find them duffers.
So
They
you
are
have
smart.
to apply. You have to apply and you have to check.
They play
The
cricket.
checklist.
You have to
Yes.
check like niqab,
They
beard,
play,
trousers.
They play cricket.
Okay.
I didn't find them boring people. They have
You mean the
attended-
brothers play cricket, not the sisters? Or the
Yeah, the
sisters?
sisters, they have their group gatherings.
Ah, okay.
You see, they go with families. Oh, alhamdulillah, means it is possible even today
Yes, fine.
to live in an Islamic society, enjoy yourself,
So enjoy your
and
life.
be
man.
with family. They eat the best food. I see them because they are close to my house. I visit them. Their markets have the most expensive mangoes, season of mangoes. Means they can afford.
Allah.
Why is a particular person coming and selling there? Best fruits, dry fruits, because they can afford. So Allah provides them.
Allah subhanahu.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Subhanallah, we are running out of time. Again, another subhanallah, another excellent.
This can be a chain of
Trivia
Inshallah.
question.
discussion.
You know, the brothers always argue, what's the best mango? Where is it from? Is it Yemeni mangoes? Is it Pakistani? Is it Indian mangoes? Is it...
Maybe this will be another
So
show. What's the
mangoes.
best
Maybe we
mango?
should get some
Last
mangoes
one.
after the show.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. I think from what I hear, Pakistani mangoes are really good. Indian, Pakistani, that air.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Anyway, we're out of time. Inshallah, please check our website, The Time Please Allah. Inshallah, we hope to have you again on the show soon, inshallah. And give us a message. And again, make sure you write down our number. And hook up with us on Facebook. Inshallah, we'll see you next time. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa
Wa alaikum assalam
rahmatullahi
wa
wa barakatuh. We are highly honored.
Time to please Allah, a chance to gain reward. I will spend on you, he says, all who spend in good cause. Good deeds are opportunities, sparkling bright and true, raising you in the sight of Allah and adorning Al-Jannah for you. So rush to earn his reward. Don't forget the oppressed.